We can have the greatest financial plan in the world. We can have investments that fit your goals, that meet your risk tolerance, that are low cost and tax efficient and rebalanced periodically as the markets move. We can do all those things very, very well. But ultimately, there are advanced planning topics that are really, really important that are going to influence and determine a lot about that money that you're accumulating or have accumulated. Wealth transfer is one of those advanced planning topics. And really the difference between wealth transfer planning and estate planning is the approach and the mindset. Because in wealth transfer planning, we're thinking about the impact on the beneficiary or the heir, and we're making plans now, versus estate planning, which really tends to focus more on the donor or the estate and lets those plans evolve and unfold down the road. One of the advantages for wealth transfer versus the traditional estate planning mindset is there is family involvement. There's something called the coping gap. You have expectations and then reality. And we've all heard the story of someone showing up at the attorney's office and there's other family members there, and the attorney cracks open the will, and sometimes those expectations don't meet the reality of that conversation. So really the impact that wealth transfer planning has on the beneficiary is a more important focus than just mere estate planning, where it might be just to save estate taxes or even control things after someone's passed away. When we think about wealth transfer planning, the traditional way is estate planning, where you have a will, a living will, a power of attorney, a healthcare power of attorney, the basic 4 documents that all of us really need to have. However, we do have clients that want to go a little bit deeper, and it begins with transfer. The government, your heirs, or a charity are going to get the assets. It's going to be one of those 3. Then we move to treatment. How are we going to treat our heirs when it comes to this type of planning? I have 4 kids, and what I've learned as a dad is that in order to love my children equally, I need to treat them uniquely, and that's okay. Sometimes fair and equal are not the same thing. And then we get to timing. Do we give the assets to the heirs or charity now, or is it deferred at some point in the future? Then we have titling. How do we title these assets? Does someone get all the assets outright in their name, or is there a joint ownership with that titling? And depending on the asset, that could influence how that decision is made. Then we have the tools and the techniques. Historically, a lot of advisors tend to want to lead with this discussion without thinking about the other 4 first. There are certain documents that need to be in place. Maybe an LLC needs to be created, or some type of trust for continuation planning or tax mitigation. Those are really, really important, but we can't get to that discussion effectively if we haven't tackled the first 4. Finally is the talk. When a family has this talk with the heirs and it is clear and concise on what the plans are, then that coping gap shrinks and those expectations are more in line with reality once someone passes away. So the first 4 T's, the transfer, the treatment, the timing, and the title, if we can tackle those first 4, then the final 2 will be much easier to put in place. And those final 2 are the tools and techniques, and then ultimately the talk with family and how these plans are going to unfold. If you'd like to learn more about how we approach wealth transfer planning, please visit us at rkcapital.com.